Well, what a podcast we have for you.
Well, we spoke about a woman who has an addiction to coffee enemas. She has 4 a day. It's not like just having 4 coffees a day and saying, oh, it gets my heartbeat going, I can't sleep. She makes the coffee, lies down, gets some tubing and puts it up her bum. She does it 4 times a day. It's not very social.
Hemsy's misso doesn't do anything like that. Well, actually, what she does in her private time, I don't know. But there seems to be some controversy about her going up the shops in bare feet.
We're going to put that to the pub test. There's a viral prank, I guess, going around that mums are doing on their toddlers when they're cooking, and it's supposed to be funny and hilarious. Well, one woman has been fined $2,000. We'll tell you all about that.
Also, we spoke about this last year. Gene Simmons was offering a fan to be his roadie for a day.
You had to pay for it.
$12,452.
That's what you had to pay. Well, it's happened. How did the day go?
Yep. And Amanda takes us for a tour through the Sniffing Bum Museum.
Wait for the gift shop.
Enjoy the podcast.
Everybody
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we have so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
What is it, you nutface?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Top of the morning to you, Amanda, my little soft-jacketed friend.
That's me. How are you?
You look like a little Muppet.
Oh, that's nice. Actually, I probably look like a Furby. Remember those toys?
Yeah.
And they come back every few years. It's like a gonk with big eyes, and you teach it to talk, I think, into its own language. I once bought one for Jack when he was a little kid, and he couldn't speak. So I thought he could teach a gonk to speak.
We've got one in our attic space that goes off every 5 years.
What does it say?
I don't know. It's just
sounds like me, goes off every 5 years.
That's you. Speaking of going off, I got into work this morning opening up the Fun Factory, and I got a sneak peek of Vivid. The Harbour Bridge was all lit up for a nanosecond. I posted it on my Instagram.
Oh, they're practising.
Yeah, they're doing a practice.
So when does it start?
So there's some dad is up there going, oh, hang on, mate, this light's out. You get another
who
festoon
tied these
from
up?
Bunnings. Who put these up?
Well, if it starts on the 23rd, what are we up
Which is
to
Friday.
today? Starts Friday.
I've done a flip around of Vivid. Remember I used to sneer at Vivid, but now I'm a Vivid guy.
I'm doing a piano promotion with Andrea Lamb.
Okay.
That's part of Vivid on Saturday.
Oh, what are you doing?
That's as much as I know.
Where are you doing it?
Don't know.
Well, I want to come down. I want to be one of those
Don't
people
know
in the crowd.
any of the information. The theme is Vivid Sydney Dream.
Okay, why'd you just come up with that?
No, I'm reading it.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't an all-night brainstorming session on that one,
I
was there?
know.
They've just come up with the lights and go, you guys come up with the name.
How about Dream?
See, there was a time when I was sneery towards it, before I turned 50, I thought, it's for old people. And now I'm 57, I go, you know what, I don't mind.
I don't think it's for old people. I don't think old people have the stamina to put up with the crowds and to wander around the streets that are all blocked off. I think it's for a younger crowd.
I remember my dad delighting in Vivid, and he just got a backpack full of beer and just walked around the city, just enjoying it.
And it wasn't even Vivid.
It was the middle of the day.
Someone turned the fluoros on and off, and he was happy with that.
What are you doing? But I'm into it. I'm into it big time.
Are you going to go?
No. I'm looking at it right now. There you go. Got the Zurich light down there, and they managed to fix all that up, which is good.
Were we in this building for Vivid last year?
Yes.
Why don't we just come here and have a look out the window?
Easy.
Easy.
Let's just move in here. Like Top Cat. Action-packed show today. Developments with the Gene Simmons roadie thing. Remember to be Gene Simmons' roadie?
It was a competition, wasn't it? You could win.
Not a competition. No, you had to pay.
Oh.
You had to pay $12,752.
To be his roadie for a day?
Yep. And you got a whole list of great things from Gene.
Yeah.
So the guy that bought that, he seems to be happy.
So it's happened.
It's happened.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wow. And did he love it? I can't wait to hear.
I'm hooking you through.
I cannot wait to hear.
So you listen for another quarter hour.
Speaking of an update, I've heard of this woman who has what's it called? Not a fetish, a full-on need.
Yeah.
4 times a day to have a coffee enema. up her date. So you should see how she dunks a biscuit. It's very antisocial. Anyway, we'll talk about that.
Instagram makes its return, and we can't do anything until we do the Magnificent Seven.
Do you want question number 1?
Please.
Bottle brush, gum and lily pilly are all Australian what?
Jam Nation. The Magnificent Seven is here. 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
See, I have a question. If
Yes,
we
ma'am.
turn up at work tomorrow or once Vivid's on, will we be able to see it out the window?
I think they switch it off at midnight. I don't think it goes 24/7. I saw it this morning.
Yeah, how come?
Well, I think they were testing it out. And, geez, it looked good. It's coming across the Carl Expressway on my bike.
And it just looked like a colourful bridge.
It's just because there's no one around at this time of the morning.
Yeah, but the bridge's often lit up.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Oh, it's expensive. Someone's got to pay for that.
Well, it's us.
You kids are always leaving the lights on. Got to go and switch it off.
So it goes off at midnight, you reckon, just like you.
It does. You got to say, who's left the Harbour Bridge on? I'm looking at you,
Last
Amanda.
one out, switch it off.
Ben is in Campbelltown.
Hello, Ben.
Good morning.
Good morning. Here's question 1. Bottle brush, gum and lily pilly are all Australian what?
Trees.
Trees.
What is the name of the amphitheatre in ancient Rome where gladiators fought?
The Colosseum.
Yeah. Do you say
That might seem
amphitheatre or amphitheatre? I'm through my whole life saying amphitheatre, but I realise I think it's supposed to be amphitheatre.
You're on I was just about to do a Russell Crowe impersonation.
Do it.
Add by signal. Unleash hell.
Okay, great. Let's do question 3. What's on the box, Ben?
Television.
I'll turn the box on.
Ben, what is this TV show? Bit of glockenspiel.
Is that a glockenspiel?
Yeah.
It might be.
Ben?
I can't believe I think I know this.
Yeah.
Is that Sex in the City?
Yes,
It is.
Ben. No judgment.
Oh, no.
Remember the
I'm
hype
embarrassed
of
for
Sex
myself
and the
for
City?
recognising that one.
Don't be.
That'd be it. It's all right. On Levi jeans, what colour's the tab? Is it red, puce, or black?
What colour was the second one, did you say? I've never heard of that
Puce.
colour.
Puce is like a purpley colour.
Yeah, puce.
Oh, maroon, purpley colour.
No,
or
well,
black.
what is it? Red, purpley colour, or black?
Puce.
I'm not 100% sure. I think it's red.
It is red. The original red tab jeans. I mucked that up.
Wow, now we're all informed.
Remember those ads?
And I was worried about amphitheatre. Question number 5. What alcoholic drink is made with juniper berries?
Junipers.
Quick, Ben.
Is it a type of wine?
No, it's not. Sorry, Ben. You got all the way through to question number 5.
Yep, you've done a lot of spade work there.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Jonesy and Amanda at your service. We're into the Magnificent Seven.
We're up to question number 5. It's going to Maria in Bosley Park. Hello, Maria.
Hello, Amanda. How are you? Hi, Jonesy.
Maria?
Maria, question 5 is, what alcoholic drink is made with juniper berries?
Gin.
Gin.
That's
it. You've had one or two in your
that's
life.
your
I can
order
tell.
now, Maria.
I had a few on Saturday night. I like a gin.
I had a few gins on Saturday night. That was my downfall. And tequila and vodka. Yeah.
Well, I don't think the gin was the downfall. The tequila and the vodka, maybe.
What are the largest types of fish, Maria?
What's the largest fish as a group?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Maria.
Sorry, Maria.
Silence is death on radio. James is in Balgowlah.
Hello, James.
Good morning, legends. How are we?
Do you know what the largest type of fish is?
It'd be a shark.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not whales because they're marine mammals, just so you know.
Very good. Which former US president announced yesterday he has cancer?
Oh, let's not play the celebratory music if you get this right, James.
Yeah, no, let's not do that. Joe Biden.
Yeah. And even Donald Trump. No, don't play the celebratory music.
He's won the prize.
Even Donald Trump had some nice things to say. His son, Eric Trump, not so much. He said, hey, Jill Biden, Dr. Jill Biden, how did you let it get this far? Did you miss this or is this another cover-up? She's a doctor of philosophy, of education. She's not a medical doctor.
She's not a real doctor.
You've got to stop saying that.
Joe,
you said
let's
that
do
once
that
before about her.
up.
She's not a real doctor.
He's a psychological.
No, she's an educational doctor. She's got a PhD. That's how you earn the title doctor.
Yeah, it's like I'm a doctor of the radio.
No, you're not. You haven't done a PhD in radio.
I have.
No, you haven't.
They would give me one now.
Oh, God. You have no respect for education.
I love education. Left school in year 10, look at me. Congratulations, you've won the jam pack. It's all coming your way. Sheridan Grand Sydney Hyde Park, famous for its Sydney seafood buffet, including a beverage package for two. How good is that? $150 to spend at Flowers for Everyone. Shop Sydney's freshest flowers and gifts at flowersforeveryone.com. And Jonesy and Amanda character choice for you to colour in and some Staedtler pencils. I say, have you got anything you want to add there, James?
I think it's sensational, mate. I think the Jonesy and Amanda pencils sound like the best part. But
don't they just? Let's see if we can use them to work out what it takes to be a doctor. She's not a real doctor. Not a witch doctor. I'm going to put you in a giant cauldron and boil you up.
Are you all right? Just relax, man.
It's 2025, Brendan.
Yes. Get on board.
Get on board.
Come on.
Get on board.
Come on.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast.
Jonesy.
Amanda.
Tips for announcers trying to get a career in radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Thumbing through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 2001, Kylie Minogue released her hit Can't Get You Out of My Head.
2001? Wow. Was it that long ago?
That's a great song. Spotify recently has released her top 10 songs.
Oh, yeah.
People have had a bit to say. That's unlike people on the internet having a bit to say. This wasn't the number one song. It came in at number 3. I'd say fair enough.
Was Locomotion on the list?
No, Locomotion was in there, but it
wasn't in the top 3?
No, not in the top 3. At number 2.
The Gold Underpants.
The Lame Hot Pants.
Not underpants.
Remember my mate Mick smashed his motorcycle on the strength of those pants. It was on the M5 and he's driving along on his Harley and there's Kylie in the pants.
On a billboard.
On a billboard.
Not standing on the side of the road, hitchhiking.
Girl's going to make a living. And she's like, bent over and Mick's just gone, Jesus, and runs straight up the back of a ute.
Did he put that on his insurance claim?
He got distracted by Kylie Minogue's hot pants and the insurance company paid up.
You've told Kylie that story, I think.
Yep. Yeah.
And so it's number 1.
Number 1 is this. It's going to happen. Makes sense. This one's for you, Mick. It's 24-7. Eyes on the road. Gold, 101.7.
Jam Nation.
You and I aren't big coffee drinkers, are we?
I like coffee.
Yeah, but we're not, we've often spoken about this, we're not coffee punces. I'm happy with a third of a teaspoon of instant. I used to drink like shop coffee shop coffee. I had to put so much sugar and milk in it to cover the taste. I thought, what am I doing? Mm-hmm. So I really don't drink much coffee. Not like this woman I came across in Florida. I'll let AI do the voiceover of her story.
My name is Trina, and I live in St. Petersburg, Florida.
That's perfect.
And I'm addicted to coffee enemas.
For the past 2 years, Trina hasn't been able to function without her daily coffee enemas. A procedure where liquid is injected into the colon to clean out the lower intestine. Her addiction is so intense, she does up to 4 every day.
I love the way coffee enemas make me feel. I feel like a sense of euphoria. I absolutely would fall apart without them.
And I've seen footage of her doing it. It's not an easy procedure. She boils up the coffee on the stove, does all that coffee
so it's
palaver.
hot.
Well, no, I know. Well, I guess she must do that, then set it aside to cool.
Yeah, right.
But it has to be higher than you for gravity to push it in.
Yeah.
So she lies down on the floor. Well, she covered herself in towels for the bit that I saw and puts a tube up her bum. And she does that 4 times a day.
Whoa.
So if she invites you out for a coffee date.
Right, well, coffee date.
Beware. I mean, it's, of all the addictions, if you're going to be an addict, something that's socially acceptable is a lot easier than having to be at home 4 times a day to put tubes up your bum.
Like she's not a tea drinker. You jingle in a cup.
And you thought that the soy latte piccolo was an annoying order at the coffee shop. What if she dunks a biscuit?
A Scotch finger.
Don't get a donut. Call out a name at Starbucks.
And she's from Florida, you say?
Yeah.
Speaks volumes.
Do you think?
It's 19-7. The pub test.
I should say, don't try it. It's not good for you.
No, actually, it would be bad for you.
Be bad
because she's jazzed because the coffee is getting the caffeine's getting absorbed.
Anything you absorb through your backside is going to go straight into your bloodstream.
That's why people shelve the drugs.
Yeah. So she's going to be highly wired, and also it can't be good for you. 1 might be okay. 4 a day. Don't do it. Just it's our community service announcement.
That's it. Don't put coffee up your bum.
Don't do it. The things we have to tell people these days.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda After the Pub Test. Spanish actress Elsa Pataki, married to Hollywood star Chris Hemsworth, was seen up the shops in bare feet.
She lives at Byron Bay, so...
Par for the course.
Yes, but internationally people don't understand the nature of this and close-ups of the dirt on the bottom of her feet, etc. Chris Hemsworth has had a similar thing. He's posing for photographs in his house and people go, oh, look how dirty his feet are. Yeah, they live an outdoors life. She was seen going without shoes, though, dodging puddles in a gravel car park outside a cafe. So people who aren't Australian, and some people who are Australian, a little confronted by it, saying it's unhygienic. Mm-hmm. Also, I think it's a natural response to go, ooh, if we've grown up in a country where there's bindies or where, even our ancient forebears tried to cover their feet.
Yeah, when I'm walking down to the surf and I've got to walk across the rocks to get into the water and you stand on the little periwinkles, sometimes your feet, though, have you noticed this, are more sensitive than other times?
Yeah. Well, I noticed post-menopause, your feet get bigger.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, your feet have got bigger?
Yeah, we all look like hobbits, everyone who's gone through menopause.
You've got little feet. You've size 8?
But I can't fit into some of my shoes post-menopause.
Right.
If men went through menopause, we would have had so many more solutions to this by now.
Yeah.
You lose part of your skeleton. Where's it gone? Yeah, you do. It's massive. But
where does your skeleton go?
It turns to fat around your middle.
To the closet.
But back to the bare feet thing, some of the comments are interesting. People go, hey, we're Australian, that's what we do.
Yep.
But I feel ick if I see bare feet in a shop.
Yeah, when you're in Byron or those places like Lismore and you can see the guy on a BMX bike and he's in his mid-40s, hey, man.
Yeah, but what if you're at the shops and you're a suburban area and you think, are you going to go into a delicatessen? Are you going to go into a public toilet? Probably not.
Oh, you wouldn't go to a public toilet with bare feet. Oh, my goodness.
No. You see people in aeroplanes going into their socks. You go, oh, please.
A host was telling me you never walk on a plane in just even socks.
Yeah.
Don't even walk in there in socks. I don't have any beef with Elsa Pataki because I like her. I like Hemsy. I have no trouble with that.
I've got no trouble with it, but I can see why people would be confronted. What do you think? Mm-hmm. This is how Jonesy's chosen to phrase this, and I'm reading this. Bare feet up the shops. Does it pass the pub test?
I saw Hemsy's misso up the shops without shoes on.
We'd love to know your thoughts.
Jam
Nation.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast. Jonesy and Amanda.
I don't want to be defined by this. When I die, you're doing the eulogy.
You're going to throw a cooked chook in.
Well done, you, with the piano. What a great show. I watched it last night because I fell asleep early on Sunday. Kyle Sandlands rang me. He said, what's Amanda's number? I need to ring her to give her praise.
Yeah, he phoned me and said it's one of the most beautiful shows he's ever seen on television.
Big fella, you're melting the big fella's heart.
It's a lovely show.
He's there with little Otto and he's weeping. He's weeping at your show.
I've had so much response to the show.
Such a good show.
It's on the ABC. You can look at all the episodes on iView if you'd like.
How are you going with Reacher? You still on Reacher?
Where
are you up to now?
I'm series 2, episode 3.
Yep.
So the kids are coming around for dinner tonight, so we won't have a chance to watch it. Harley and I are quite obsessed with it.
The 110 Investigator Squad.
That's right. Yep. And it's 2 years after the previous one, so I can forgive the fact he's having it off with somebody else.
It's got the Terminator, the bad Terminator from Terminator 2.
I thought I recognised that face.
He's in it. He's put on a bit of condition.
Well, everyone's a bit older.
Because I've been watching...
But let me talk about Reacher for a moment.
How are you feeling that he's moved on from your little shower buddy?
He had it off with someone in the shower, but it's 2 years since, making him sound like, wasn't me. And now he's doing it in a hotel room, but with an old colleague.
Yeah.
And...
she's not old, she's...
Yeah, but he's massive and she's tiny and there's just, they're tending to each other's wounds and then next minute he's flipping her around and flipping. That warmed the cockles of my heart.
I'm sure.
But I don't like violent shows, but the violence in this is quite comedic almost. Yeah. I find myself laughing as people's legs get snapped backwards because it's quite funny.
Yeah, because I've gone to The Last of Us and that's different. That's a bit too,
The violence is a bit more real.
Yeah, but last night's episode that I watched explains why Ellie and Joel had their falling out. And
I don't have any idea what you're talking
remember
about.
The Last of Us and they had the Murray Bartlett character, that episode?
I've never watched it.
Oh, haven't you? Okay.
No.
Oh, it's really good. Anyway.
Are you enjoying it? Do
Yeah.
you wish there was more Reacher?
I miss Reacher, but because Last of Us is getting a bit Yellowstone. They're starting to pad out stuff, Yellowstone.
Wearing hats.
Yeah, hats and hoedowns and stuff like that, and gravelly talk. Just get back to the shooting and the rooting.
And the tooting.
That's all Why aren't we doing a TV review show?
Well, coming up next, we go down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Bare feet up the shops. Brendan's phrased this. Does it pass the pub test?
Elsa Pataki has set the world on fire. We'll do that next.
Jam Nation.
We're not gonna take it.
I want you to get up right now.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Bare feet up the shops. Does it pass the pub test?
Elsa Pataki, Spanish actress who happens to be married to Chris Hemsworth. She lives in Byron Bay. She was seen dashing about the shops, dashing about outside coffee shops, all kinds of stuff with bare feet.
Well, this isn't new for Elsa.
No, but she was walking through puddles in the gravel of on the gravel at a car park. And close-ups of the bottom of her feet, which weren't clean. How could they be with all of that?
Probably
and
be quite tough.
People overseas have been reacting to this going, oh, my God.
Yeah.
But also for Australians, if you grew up in the era of bindies, do people still get bindies?
She'll get caravan park feet.
What are they?
Because you're wearing the thongs all the time when you're on holidays and you get the tan and your feet turn to leather at the bottom.
Yeah, to toughen them up. How do you feel about this? Does it make you feel eek or you go, yeah, whatever, bare feet up the shops? Does it pass the pub test?
Me, I do not like shoes. If I have every opportunity, I wear no shoes to the shops. However, if I have to go to the toilet, I definitely would put shoes on.
I think it passes the pub test because this is Australia and you're always wearing barefoot and shorts and singlet. And if people can walk around the shops in pyjamas nowadays, which I'm seeing all the time, then there's absolutely no problem with bare feet.
You're going to go walking out in the street where dogs and cats have peed, people could have thrown up, drunks in Byron Bay peeing on the wall. You're then going to walk up the shop, and then are you going to go and walk back into your own home, put those dirty feet into your bed, go to bed that night? It's absolutely disgusting.
It's not a problem. It's Australia, for God's sake. I mean, I'm in steel cap boots all through the week. On the weekend, I don't like to wear shoes. I like to be barefoot. To quote Jonesy, people are just being woke.
Oh, woke. So woke. But I suffer from plantar fasciitis, so I need...
Could you be less attractive?
I have trouble with the plantar fasciitis. So what I do is I've got my Archie thongs out. They're really good. I bought them too. I haven't got to deal with them or anything like that, but they really work.
Well, you've made yourself sound incredibly attractive.
I know.
Jam Nation.
Now, this is interesting. A 24-year-old mother in Sweden has been convicted of harassment and fined over $2,000 for participating in a viral kind of a TikTok prank that I've seen many, many people do. Have you seen this? The prank is part of a trend where parents pretend to be cooking alongside their toddlers or their children.
Yeah.
And they've got all the eggs there, but instead of breaking the egg into the bowl, they crack it on the child's head. Have you seen this? It's supposed to be a bit of harmless fun, and in most cases it is. But this was interesting. So here's the mum and her little girl, but the daughter's joy turned to humiliation as she's unexpectedly got an egg cracked on her head and yolk is dripping down her face.
Yeah.
This video captured the child's surprise and the discomfort. This got 100,000 views on TikTok, but someone reported it to the authorities in Sweden, prompting an investigation. The mother defended her actions in court, claiming she was merely participating in a widespread trend and did not intend harm. Quote, everyone was doing it, she said. Despite her defence, she was found guilty of harassment and ordered to pay over $2,000 in damages to her daughter.
Good.
So interesting, isn't it, that you know, we have to think about that when you're doing stuff with your kids. There's a whole lot of trends at the moment. Just throw a cheese, if your baby's crying, throw a cheese slice onto its head. Have you seen that?
I have. That's funny. No, that's terrible. What about the chop your head off challenge? You chop your own head off and you film it, and then hopefully it grows back.
What a great challenge.
Give that a go. No, I think it's stupid. I hate all those challenges, the ice bucket challenge, all that junk.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're coming through the forest of that junk.
I mean, the thing is, I don't think it'd hurt to have an egg cracked on your head, but it'd be kind of humiliating.
It's just stupid.
I'd like to do something here.
You're not cracking a head up. No, you're not doing it.
Can I crack an egg on your head?
Do it on yourself. I'll watch you.
No,
Ryan and I will watch you crack
there's
one.
no point. I couldn't do it to myself. I have to do it to you.
What are you doing it to me for?
I'd like to do it to you.
Oh, look, no. Firstly, you don't have eggs.
I do. I've got eggs. Look,
Of course you will.
I've got half a dozen eggs.
Where's that
I've got
coming
half a
from?
dozen eggs.
No, because you don't have any sort of smock. Have you got a smock?
Yeah, I do. It's a non-smoking studio. I've got an apron and I've got a tea towel to pick up the drips.
You haven't got any paper towels.
What's this? Block of flats? I got some paper.
Hang on, what have you brought
Come on
this
over,
in?
quick, come over. And I've got a bowl. Come on over, let's do it quickly. I'm going to take my jacket off and get prepared. Quick.
Here we go. I didn't know we were getting a show.
Oh, come on. Now I'm going to crack 12 of them on your head. Come on. So, come on over now. You're the one who's always saying, hurry up. This is radio. Don't leave dead air. Come on over before I crack something else. Okay. And the difference is you're not a toddler, but you've got a giant forehead. Actually, toddlers have big foreheads. Okay. But I'd like to know just what it feels like.
To any toddlers that are listening.
Of all the insulting things you've said about people, I think that's the least we can
premature.
do. But
you got a little premature head. That's what happens.
Well, you've got a large forehead, so let's see how we go. And you don't have the element of surprise. You know what's going to happen, but I'm still intrigued as to how it feels. So pretend you're here. Pretend I'm your mummy. Come on in.
Okay,
come on in. So we're cooking, we're baking.
Is this in any way interesting?
I just want to... Well,
right.
Okay. So we're cooking. Look, we're going to make a cake. Oh, cripes.
You could have warned me.
See, that's the point. It's an element of surprise.
I didn't think you were actually going to do it.
No. What's that feel like?
I don't know. You got my head.
What does it feel like?
Let's not go crazy.
Okay. Don't do it to me. What does it feel like?
It feels like some idiot's cracked an egg on my head.
Looks like something about Mary in your hair. But if this was to happen on TikTok, would you be humiliated?
I'm going to sue you.
Would you be humiliated?
No, not really.
Oh, you're just cranky now.
Well, no, shit.
See, this is the point. No, then why do we think babies wouldn't be? Why do we think we can own our babies? Luckily, you're wearing that shirt and no one can tell that you've got egg all over you.
No, I've got egg in my hair.
Yeah, actually, that helps.
I'm going to have to use the team shower.
Again? Actually, it makes your hair look better.
Does it?
Yeah. Well, we've seen it makes people cranky, so why would you do it to a toddler? We've proven something here.
Good on you.
Jonesy's got a beautiful sense of humour is what we've proven.
Helen Zarimas has the news.
Save us, Helen. He's cranky as.
Oh, no, I wonder why.
Well, we've proven something.
I don't know what you've proven.
We've proven that if you don't want to do it to an adult, don't do it to a kid.
Well done, friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Done. Gene Simmons was offering one of his fans opportunity to come and be a roadie with him on the Gene Simmons band tour. The thing was the fan had to pay a sizable amount of money.
I'd pay more to stay away.
I'd rather have an egg cracked on my head.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast. Jonesy and Amanda.
If I was on a celebrity roast,
I'd say he's got the smallest meat and potato in the biz. Probably start with that.
I feel that my hair has more body with the egg.
Well, it's good for you to smear egg through your hair. It's interesting, though. You haven't been happy. We've just been looking. Jenna has filmed me smashing that egg into your forehead in slow motion, and I'm just enjoying watching it.
Why would I be happy about that? Why would I be happy?
Well, we assume toddlers think it's funny when they're the butt of the joke.
You know who's not happy? The straight pride flag people in America.
Who are the straight pride people?
The egg people that they're celebrating their straightness, but they've got a flag and it's pink and blue, diagonal, like one half's pink, one half's blue, and then it's got the man-woman sexist symbol. You know, the
circle of them,
like the golden breed. Remember golden breed? Do the kids remember golden breed?
Well, it's got the female
and the male
symbol and the male symbol.
And I've got it up for you. Have a look at that.
Wow, that looks gayer than the gay pride
gayer
flag.
Than the gay flag.
Wow.
So, well done, straight pride people.
Straight pride parade.
And look how cranky they look.
Looks like people have cracked eggs on their faces as well.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation. Podcast.
We spoke about this last year, being Gene Simmons' personal assistant and band roadie for the day. There's been a bit of a blow-up about Kiss apparently coming back together again when we said goodbye to Kiss.
Yes, they've said they're doing one reunion show, but people are saying, retire already.
But
come on.
Guys, you were just here last year.
Yeah.
I have no beef with that. I've seen Kiss many times. You and I went and saw them at Accor Stadium, or as Acorn Stadium, as Gene says.
It's going to be in October in Acorn Stadium in Sydney.
You know, he's a giant bore,
He
and to
is
hang
a
out with him would kill me. Seriously, he's whimsy-free. He's an old sexist kind of, I'm still attractive kind of, he still tries to pretend that he's sexually interesting. He does. He's constantly sort of saying, oh, yeah, all that kind of creepy stuff.
He does do a bit of spade work on you, though.
Oh, but you know,
definitely have a chance.
What a compliment.
But then again, I think a wet mop in the corner would add a chance with Gene.
Yeah.
Gene, it's a wet mop.
And with me.
But he did offer you could be Gene's personal assistant and band roadie for the day, and you're thinking, oh, that's a prize. That sounds like a nice price, but
Does
no.
it?
For $12,495, you would pay this.
But what do you do? What's the job?
Well, this is all in capitals. The experience includes you will meet up with Gene and the GS band members early in the day, either at his hotel or designated location.
Yeah, depending on what you look like.
If you look like a mop, you will be on the GS band team crew for the entire day. You will get a GSB crew member shirt and hat. You will get a GSB crew member VIP laminate. You will have a meal with Gene.
Oh, no.
Brackets at the hotel or backstage at the show. So
if you're unattractive, you're sharing a sandwich.
you will hang out backstage. You will sit in on a sound check. You'd love that, wouldn't you? Gene Simmons will bring you on stage and introduce you. You may bring 4 items for Gene to sign. Brackets, no instruments, parts, etc.
No parts? What does that mean?
Parts, body parts, I would imagine.
Oh, I have to leave those at home.
leave your parts at home. So this man, 52-year-old Dwayne Rosado, spent $12,495. He said, I'm not going to die with a lot of money. I'm going to die happy.
And was he happy? What happened?
He enjoyed it very, very much. He had a 2-hour dinner and Gene answered questions on everything. From how he lost his virginity.
No, is that you making that up?
No,
that's all Gene wants to talk about.
To the value of limited liability corporations.
Oh, my God.
Gene, back to your virginity.
Oh, God.
Can we hear about that again?
So did he list that that's what he spoke about?
Yeah. And then they got to go on.
Did Gene try and pash him?
Then they got him on stage and he played Parasite with the band.
I've never heard that.
That's a Gene Simmons song.
Oh, God.
One of the worst Gene
I'll
Simmons
pay $12,000 to stay away.
Have we got any Parasite? Is there any Parasite, Ryan? Can we just so for people? Here we go. This is Parasite.
I'd like to hear more from the rando on stage.
I'd like to hear more about your virginity.
And insurance. Oh, hell.
Meanwhile, there's a mop in the corner going, hello.
Jam Nation. Jonesy and Amanda in the morning on Gold 101.7.
Our book is coming to fruition. I'm working on the launch party. The launch party is going to be great.
Well, we have some other stuff that's going in the book and it's reminding us of things that we've done in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of them, I don't know if we've spoken about it before. We were going to do it next.
I think it was sacrosanct. I don't think we can break this news.
I think we're going to break. It's like showing a magician's trick.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Our book is coming out.
We're putting together a book to celebrate our 20 years together. And it's been so much fun looking at old photographs and old things. And there's a chapter about the TV stuff we've done together. And I don't know if we've actually spoken about this, about the show Surprise, Surprise, Gotcha.
It was the era of joke shows. I remember Candid Camera all those years ago with Alan Funt.
Yeah, but that was when we were kids.
Yeah, and then they
Did
tried
Australia
to bring it back.
do a version?
Where Surprise, Surprise, Gotcha was hosted by Matt Tilley, radio host, and Jackie O.
Didn't they bring it back again with Jay Lagaya?
They did too, Surprise, Gotcha.
So, yeah, a few people have had a go at this. And this is where, with the help of a colleague, i.e. you, someone like me gets pranked.
Yeah, so you saw Scott Cam pranking Jamie Jury, for example.
What was the prank?
I think you're off the block. Oh, no, that actually happened in real life.
Hey, you've been sacked. In the media, you cannot play that game because it's quite likely, is this a joke or not? No, actually, this is real.
And they approached me about surprise gotcha, and they said, and at the time I was doing spade work to host this show called Celebrity Singing Bee, and they gave it to Joey Fat One.
Who's he?
Joey Fatoni or whatever his name is.
Oh.
Anyway, so I was doing spade work for that, and they said, we'll do this thing with Amanda. We'll do a surprise gotcha. I'm like, yeah, okay, no worries. So the whole premise of it was that I would lure you to a pub.
Easy. And in the middle of the day, easier.
A listener would come up. Oh, my God, it's Jonesy and Amanda in the wild. And then he would go to pay for his drink, but he's left his wallet in his car. And then you, because you're so charitable and nice, don't worry, I'll cover the tab for you, mate.
And then he has to leave.
Well, in payment, he sits there and he says, take my Keno ticket.
Because he had to go.
He had to go. So we're sitting in the pub. You've got the Keno ticket and I have to leave the room.
Jonesy gets out of the way as Amanda's Keno game comes up. Amanda doesn't usually win stuff, but she circles the number she's got, and strangely enough, every number matches.
So this is like lotto, right?
Yeah.
If your numbers come up, you win. That's how this works.
Yeah. For what?
Is this ticket one?
Look, I don't want to.
I don't trust you. Can you help me? These ones came up with the 21, and that's what we've got.
You got it. We can't. You bought the ticket. You cost him $20. $20 for a ticket.
No.
We got to give him. Did you see him?
No, you haven't won this. Can you verify this?
Check out your prize money, Amanda. Nearly $1 million.
So you've nearly won $1 million.
Yeah.
Which is just glove box change these days.
I'll say $1 million. Who cares?
2006.
Check out my bag.
So
then.
And then. So what happens is on because you don't trust me. You don't trust me at all.
I don't know how to play Keno.
Yeah.
So people are saying, you've won this money.
You've won this money. And then the guy that gave us the Keno ticket said, if you win, shout the bar.
Are you serious? Well done. That's
The empty bar suddenly fills with freeloaders. The champagne pops as the new arrivals order the most expensive items on the menu. Amanda's so far gone, she doesn't even twig to Surf Lifesavers fundraising miles from a beach.
How much is the rubber ducky?
$15,000. Is that with the motor or without the motor? What's it with? It's with the motor.
Lifesavers leave with an IOU for $15,000. Signed in pencil, of course.
Good value as well for an inflatable boat and a motor.
There were people just carrying around trays of lobster. It was so surreal. I thought I was having a fever dream.
And then...
Now for the unexpected twist.
What does that mean?
That means that Amanda is sharing her winnings with 972 others. And suddenly, the room's gone quiet. Amanda's winnings are half the cost of the bar bill alone.
The bar tabs outweighed what we won considerably.
I've just had some chips, really.
The bar tab was $2,700.
Yeah. And it was all weird to me.
Yeah.
And what we've never spoken about before is the lengths actually that you had to get me in there. You had to tell the production, look, Amanda's going to want to sit on a chair that's got a back to it. She won't sit on a stool. She's going to blah, blah, blah. You had to help them set the scene because you know me so well.
It's such a pain in the neck to organise something for.
Well, who goes to the pub in the middle of the day and sits comfortably up at the bar? And
you don't like sitting at the bar, so they're doing all these things.
Yeah, they're trying to, because they had to put microphones everywhere.
Yeah, and that was the thing, and it was the last minute when we got to the pub, you started just slagging off someone that we worked with.
Long time ago.
No,
and you suddenly thought.
And I thought.
This is going to be risky.
And I had to grab you by the shoulders before we walked into the pub. And you said to me, I was about to walk into the pub, you said to me, there's something I've got to tell you. So I went in there knowing. You didn't know what the thing was.
I just knew that I was going to be pranked.
Yeah.
And I just had to, this is the hardest acting I've ever done.
I thought you did well, but you didn't know.
You and I have never spoken about this publicly, that I knew because you felt you had to tell me, and I'm so grateful you did. But the minute the guy gave me a Keno ticket, I went, oh, no. I felt like a tsunami was coming at me. I thought, I'm going to have to pretend that I think I've won, and then I'll have to, something's going to happen, and then I'll find out I haven't won. No. I saw the whole long journey ahead of me, but thank goodness you did, because we sat there for half an hour mic'd before anything happened.
Yep. Well, I heard that they did one with Marsha Hines and Denny Hines, and they couldn't run it because Marsha said so many things.
Yeah.
That they couldn't run it.
You can't. Imagine going with your best friend somewhere, knowing they're being recorded and people out the back listening to everything you're saying.
Yeah.
I probably would have said, I've got to do a big fart. Who knows what I would have said?
Oh, no, they would have known that.
Oh, no. Oh, they knew. And so every time I go into any place now that sells Keno, I get a twitch in my eye. But I've never forgotten the exhaustion of thinking I somehow have to play along here, and it was exhausting. You can still see it on YouTube.
It's YouTube. It's forever in the history of YouTube. It's forever in the history,
and we have never broken the code by saying publicly that I knew, and I'm so grateful you told me.
Great value for that inflatable rubber ducky, though.
Oh, as if I'd buy a rubber
$15,000 with a motor.
Yeah. Amanda hasn't twigged. Oh, really?
It's 4 to 8.
That's all of that will be in our book anyway.
Jam Nation. Moving into the ground right now. Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin, cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
Surprise, surprise. 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. You get all the questions right, $1,000.
Yep, you can double that money, $2,000, by answering one bonus question, but it's double or nothing.
John's in Picton.
Hello, John.
Good morning, how are you?
Great, John.
We are very well. We're very keen to give this money away. Are you keen to receive, John?
I'd love to receive.
Okay.
Well, there are 10 questions that must be answered in 60 seconds. If you're not sure, say pass, okay? Because we usually have time to come back.
Let's go, John.
John, here we go, and good luck. Here's question number 1. What day is it tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Question 2. Australia's national colours are green and what?
Gold.
Question 3. Shaggy, Velma and Fred are characters from which TV show?
Flintstones.
Oh,
no, Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
John Wilma.
No.
Not Velma.
No.
It was Velma, not Wilma.
Yeah.
Oh, John.
Yeah, Fred, when you said Fred, that got me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. There was no Shaggy. Oh, I'm sorry, John.
John.
Thank you for playing.
Yep, thanks.
All right, poor old John.
Yeah.
Well, coming up next, I thought, everyone talks about when they do pranks on other people, but how does it feel to be the victim of a prank? No one kind of tells that story.
Yeah, I had one in my early radio career that nearly just devastated me. It was the worst thing in the world.
Was it worse than me just smashing an egg on your forehead a little bit earlier?
Well, that wasn't a prank. I don't know what that was. It was just tomfoolery.
Yeah, but still, being humiliated is no fun. We'll talk about it next.
No, I don't imagine it would be.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
Yeah, largely, I don't like practical jokes.
I hate them.
I couldn't be bothered doing it. I couldn't be bothered going along with it.
The worst thing is when you're the butt of it. We were just talking earlier about Surprise, Surprise, Gotcha. Is that what the show was called?
Surprise, surprise, gotcha.
Yeah, and they'd asked you to help set me up to be the butt of the prank.
Yeah, and you didn't know what the prank was, but at the last minute I thought, she's going to blab like nobody's business.
Well, you said, we had to sit there with microphones all around us, and if I didn't know, you're a good friend in saying, here's what's happening.
Yep.
So from the minute I was given a Keno, a Keno ticket, this guy said, here, you bought me a drink, take this, I've got to go. I thought, this is what this is going to be. Yeah. So not only did I have to ride the wave of, oh, my God, I knew that at the end I had to be there and everyone goes, meh, joke's on you.
As it turned out, you'd won $1 million, which you thought was fair enough. You shouted the bar, but in the end it turned out you had to share that $1 million with 900 other people. So the bar tab outweighed what you actually won.
And suddenly, the room's gone quiet. Amanda's winnings are half the cost of the bar bill alone.
I've just had some chips, really.
Yeah, practical jokes.
Well, what about just earlier? We were talking about an influencer who's been fined $2,000 in Sweden for taking part in that TikTok prank where you're cooking with your child, your toddler, and you crack an egg on their fire. Yeah. I did it to you just before. We're cooking. Look, we're going to make a cake. Oh, cripes.
You could have warned me.
See, being the butt of it, everyone loves to tell a story, and there's 1,000 of them. everyone shares about setting your friend up to be pranked. But being the butt of the prank is a different journey altogether.
It's the worst.
It's the worst.
When I started in radio and all my life, all I wanted to do was work in radio. When I got my first job in radio, I was always on the slippery slope of being sacked.
No.
For some reason. And I used to read the news as well at the radio station. And we'd pre-record the news on a tape, on a reel-to-reel tape. And so what I did, I kept mucking the news up. So I didn't get it together in time to put it on a master tape. So I put it on my work tape. So I ran it into the studio. I gave it to Ben, who was on air, and I said, there it is. And he goes, which cue do I use? Where do I take it from? I said, I don't know. It's got to go to air, though. It's got to go. So he puts it to air. Unfortunately, it's got my pickup where I go, 6KA, 6NW News. I'm your host, Brendan Jones. And I've let fly with a bunch of swears.
And did another one that was perfect.
Then the actual news started, but all that happened was just this. And so anyway, someone complained. What I didn't realise, there was politics going on between 6KA and 6NW. One manager didn't like the other manager, and so she put a complaint in about that particular moment, hoping the manager would get the sack. So she sent it off to ACMA, or whatever it was, the Broadcasting Tribunal.
Imagine that today, getting you the sack for saying that.
And they wrote a letter back to the boss saying, don't worry about it, there's no big deal, there's an accident, it just happens. Anyway, the boss thought it would be funny if he got the letterhead and rewrote the letter.
Saying what?
And already Karatha was in trouble with other breaches, not because of me, of the Broadcasting Act. And they said, your licence is going to be revoked and we're going to take full charges against your newsreader and the manager of the radio station.
And so how did you feel when you saw that? And I remember reading,
and it was just sent to me in my little pigeonhole, and I just get into work and I'm like, oh, okay, then I'm reading this letter. And when your life just slows down, I'm just reading it and I'm just going, this is the end of my career.
How long did they let that sit with you?
Because they're all hanging around the corner. No, but they must have seen my face.
And how long did it last?
They said, don't worry, it's just a joke.
It's a joke.
And I couldn't even comprehend that it was a joke. I said, so what does it mean? They said, no, it's a joke.
And even after you told it, you don't believe it.
And I thought they were saying it's a joke, meaning how can they do this to you? It's a joke. They were saying it's a practical joke. They had to actually grab me and say it's a practical joke.
See, to be on the receiving end of it, at the very least it's humiliating. At the most, it's traumatising. Let's talk about that, being the butt of the prank.
Yeah. Not being the person that sets up the joke.
No, because everyone boasts about that, but being the butt of the tails of the prankee. That's a different story altogether.
Tribal Drum's already beating for this.
Jam Nation.
Well, it's one thing to be the original prankster, the person
everyone likes to tell that story. But how does it feel to be on the receiving end of the prank? That's a different journey altogether, and no one really talks about that.
And you and I aren't pranky people.
No, but to sit in the humiliation is horrible. It's horrible.
Tribal Drum is beating for this.
Being the butt of the prank.
Wayne has joined us.
Hello, Wayne.
How are you guys?
Very well. What happened?
When I first started concreting, you'd get had a big gallon drum, 44-gallon drum. They'd wash all their tools and you'd use the water to mix the mud. With 35 degrees day, I said to the boss, can I jump in? It's like, I called out, yeah, mate. Not telling me that I'd have chafe for 3 days because of the concrete chase you all up. They thought it was hilarious.
Yep.
So you jumped into a bucket of concrete?
Yeah, no, into the watery concrete, but yeah.
The big drum you mix the concrete with the water.
Yeah.
And they wash their tools in it and they all thought it was hilarious.
So you thought it'd just be cooling, but instead it was all manky.
Yeah, and I ended up with chafe for 3 days all over my body.
Oh. And did they make the kind of a noise thinking, sucko, Wayne?
Yeah, they all laughed at me and thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. Wayne.
It wasn't for me, but...
No. Chances are I might laugh at that.
Did you see that thing on the internet with the young concrete guy? He's got the concrete cutter and they tell them to start the concrete cutter, you've got to push the blade along the ground to start it. Actually, you'd fall for that.
Is that not what you do?
No, you pull start it. Oh, okay. But he's running along.
See, trade pranks are terrible.
Oh, they're great.
Terrible.
You would have been sent out for stripe paint all the time.
I'm still looking for it.
Michelle has joined us.
Hello, Michelle. Were you the butt of the prank?
I was, yes. When I was in high school probably about year 11, a girlfriend and I were invited to a birthday party and was told that it was fancy dress. So turned up fancy dress and we were the only ones.
No. Oh,
Yes.
It makes me feel so awful. What were you wearing?
Well, what was even worse was her father was a police officer, so we pinched some of his work clothes and wore them.
And so people thought, why have you arrived dressed as police officers?
I say you should.
How did you feel when you walked in?
I just wanted the ground to open up and swallow me.
Because they're a team.
See, you can laugh at it now, but that must have taken ages to get over at school.
It took a while to get over it, but we laugh about it now all the time.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Might as well tip pig's blood all over yourself.
Oh, sure, like Carrie did. Or concrete water, chafe a little.
Break out the Q-rash.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Damn Nation.
Podcast.
Out of the way, Dobie. Amanda and Jonesy stay in school and learn school. It's a genius. That's what the J stands for. Yeah, okay.
It's all well and good being a prankster, but being the butt of a prankster's jokes, I'm indifferent to pranks. I'm not a big fan of them. I never have been.
I feel very anxious watching people be pranked. Being the butt of one yourself is horrible. It's humiliating. And that stuff can stay with you for a long time. And no one tells the story of what it's like to be the prankee.
I'm just lazy, that's all. I couldn't be bothered following through with it. And I couldn't be bothered doing the revenge prank afterwards.
Oh, and it's just mean.
Then you got to do that, yeah.
The tribal drum is beating for tales of being the butt of the prank.
Clay has joined us.
Hello, Clay. What was the prank?
Good morning. Started a new job, all excited and enthusiastic, and somebody left a message for me to call John Dory at the fish market.
Oh, no. And did you?
And I had no idea who John Dory was.
Oh, no.
So you rang John Dory.
I fell for that one.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, the office was pretty quiet, so they're all waiting for me to ring this John Dory up. And as soon as I rang the fish market, the guy goes, I said, can I speak to John? And he went, oh, sure. I said, John Dory? And the bloke just said, mate. And he just started laughing. It was hilarious. But yeah, it was funny.
What
but
was
I now know what John Dory is.
Yeah, you know what a John Dory is. You know it's a fish.
And when it happened, did you think it was funny?
Yeah, I did. But, I mean, I guess, being a new at the job.
Yeah, of course.
It's like
and everyone's having a good old laugh at your expense.
See, we casualise this kind of... It's not bullying, I know that. Let's not over-traumatise these moments. But some of them are really hard.
When I was at Brisbane, there was a sales guy there, not the brightest guy in the world. You remember those old posters?
Here we go. You're going to say, when you've done it, don't boast about doing it. This is not about that.
But I used to say, Fruit World, they want to do some advertising. I talked to Mandarine.
I worked with a cameraman years ago, and you know that the tape that everybody uses, in the gaffer tape that everybody uses. He said that he was told on his first day that they don't make that anymore and to eke it out. And he said for the next 10 years he'd use tiny bits, and people just look at him like he was crazy. So being the butt of those industrial jokes, your first day at work jokes. Look at you laughing, and you see.
Oh, it made it go round. That's good. Thank you for all your calls.
Thank you. So you couldn't help yourself. Had to go into the winner's side there.
Jonesy and Amanda. Damn Nation.
Podcast.
When you go overseas, do you like to explore museums?
I do.
Do you? I can't imagine you'd have the patience.
If they're
for it.
easily accessible.
I know your wife would like it.
My wife, I don't know, she spends ages looking at stuff. We're in Greece and she's looking at the arrowhead, this arrowhead from 500 BC. Then there's another arrowhead. And I went, yeah, right here. And I go, okay, I get it. And she goes, right, let's go into the arrowhead room now.
Oh, no.
They're all pretty much the same.
I must say, I don't have much patience for the classical museum, but I do like a quirky museum. I have been in Japan, in Tokyo, to the Parasite Museum.
Yeah.
I even had a gift shop. I'm only in it for the gift shop.
You sent me Ebola.
That's right. I bought you a stuffed Ebola toy. I also, in the States, went to a medical oddity museum. Lots of unusual medical equipment and stuff like that. I like the quirk. But I haven't been to this one. This is on my next travel list. This is in Kobe in Japan. It's an exhibit where you smell various animals' bums.
Right.
There are glass frames containing diverse fauna portraits, pictures of animals, and they have small open holes. And you engage your sense of smell by rubbing and then sniffing the animal bottoms. because the whole point is that animals glean a lot of information from each other about identity, health status, reproductive cycle, their mood, their diet. So these images are infused with carefully crafted artificial fragrances, replicating the distinct scent associated with the bottoms of penguins, cats, rabbits, a tiger. And the footage here is quite interesting. So people are just lining up and rubbing the hole and sniffing. I'd be fascinated.
Of course you would.
Well, you tried this out with management at negotiation time. Your nose is right up there. What kind of information are you gaining from that?
There's a museum right up there.
See where the money is?
I just want to bet with
See
myself.
if it smells of money?
I want to bet with myself. And congratulations, I won. I knew you would say that.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the ghoulies get together.
$20,000 just for having a whinge.
So good.
What have we got today?
Hey, Jonesy and Amanda, you know what gets my ghoulies? When I use a public toilet, I wash my hands, dry my hands, and go to exit, and the doorknob is wet.
Oh, wet
yuck.
knob.
Yuck.
That is the worst.
Yuck.
What else have we got?
I don't mind when people bring their bikes on the train, but when it's peak hour and they stand at the door, it just grinds my gears.
Yeah, I took my bike on the train the other day. I'm very upset.
Was it your motorbike, Brendan?
Yeah, but it wasn't the big one.
Fair enough.
Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, you can always contact us via the iHeartRadio app. It's 7 to 9.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend wins $300 to spend at Jackleberry Bar and Restaurant, Sydney's spot for global flavours and creative cocktails.
How nice is that? I love that place.
We started the show with our Magnificent Seven this morning. Look, we know it's 6 a.m. and everyone's just waking up, but Maria from Bosley Park was mute.
What are the largest types of fish, Maria?
What's the largest fish as a group?
Sorry, Maria.
Sorry, Maria.
Silence is death on radio.
That's why my Marcel Marceau's podcast is a disaster.
Righto, you two. That's
We'll
enough.
see you at 6 for Jam Nation.
Well, hang on, Little Miss, wrap up quickly. We've got tomorrow's show, big action on the show.
Emma Gillespie's going to be joining us.
Yeah,
You know where she has been?
She's been in Eurovision.
Switzerland, not in Eurovision. She's been in Switzerland. She was the milkshake man.
With your boyfriend. And also, later in the week, I'm going on a lie detector test. Which is good.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know. Someone said I should do it. And then you said I should do it.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Well, you cracked an egg on
I might ask if you really think I've got Adelaide legs and you have to answer it honestly.
We'll be back for 6 tonight for Jam Nation.
We'll see you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tear, baby, from your eye.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.